Hello, this is my second video for my speech class. My name is Dardana Herrera, and I would like to start off with my first point is that one of the common symptoms suffering from lack of sleep is difficulty remembering things. Dr. Anis Rahman, an endocrinologist, says that because the brain does not have enough time to create new pathways for information to be retained, it often affects how memories are formed and processed. Imagine already having a hard time going to sleep, and because you're having a hard time going to sleep, it affects how we memorize things that happen in our everyday life. Personally, I will feel like I'm, going insane and losing track of myself and my surroundings, and this could possibly further lead to letting my guard down and becoming less alert. And that brings me to my second point about Dr. Neha Patak, a spokesperson for WebMD, mentioned that the lack of sleep can also lead to lower alertness and concentration. It's more difficult to focus and pay attention when we're easily confused. And this hampers our ability to perform tasks that require our 100% of attention. Whenever this will happen to me when I was a little kid, I had a hard time paying attention in class and memorizing things that I learned in class. And I will mention this to my parents, and they will ask me, why is this happening? And I will tell them, I think it's because I'm not getting my 8 hours of sleep. And they told me, and they told me this little quote saying, tired minds don't plan well. Sleep now and plan later. And I will remember this quote now that I'm older, now that I'm, memorizing more difficult things and, performing difficult tasks as well, that I need to get my 8 hours of sleep in order to do my best in everything. And that brings me to my third point, is that whenever we're deprived of sleep, we're more likely to overreact to situations that don't normally rattle us. This can lead to more conflict and less satisfying relationships. And this reminds me of a character from Sesame Street named Oscar the Grouch, and how everyone has a hard time cheering him up whenever he's in a bad mood. And I believe he was always in a bad mood because of two factors. One factor is that he sleeps in the most busiest streets. His little trash can is in the middle of Sesame Street, where everything is going down and there's something going on and everybody's out. I imagine that he's always having a hard time, getting himself comfortable and, settling down for the night when there's always something going on outside his little trash can. And I think that's the second factor, is that he sleeps in a trash can. Like, that's not comfortable at all. Like, I'm pretty sure he's like compact inside trying to fall asleep. And I think that's why that makes him in a bad mood, because of these two factors, and that's why he's always called a grouch. And that brings me to my final conclusion and to close out my argument.